Hi, my name is Mike Stish. I'm editor-in-chief of Hackaday, which I like to describe as the gold standard in entertainment for engineers and engineering enthusiasts. So I think the biggest thing about Supercon that sets it apart from other conferences is it's really a hands-on experience for hardware itself. We have over 50 talks and workshops, and those are a huge range. So you could take a workshop that's like the bare basics of learning to design circuit boards, PCBs. But we're also looking forward to a talk on designing circuits that deal with high voltage. And it's getting the chance to interact with experts on topics like these is not something that you would normally do, but it should be. And that's kind of the purpose of Supercon, like normalizing interactions between absolute experts, beginners, everyone in the middle, with that excitement to learn new things and to try new things out. We also have a huge amount of like sideshows or parallel acts going on that we call the Hacker Village. So you have people that are soldering new hardware circuits onto the badge itself or writing software for it. And if someone is sitting there trying to figure out what to do, you'll find a ton of people that are happy to help and give you suggestions and lend you parts that they have extras of. And it really becomes an interactive experience, and not like maybe a zoo experience that you would have if you go to a bigger conference and it's like you watching something. Here you're actually in it.
So I'm Marietta West.
And I'm Angela Sheehan.
And together as Etta and Jella, we developed a wearables platform. So our workshop was called Expressive Modular Wearable Hardware.
Both of us are very into wearables as not just a functional item with technology, but also a beautiful art piece and performative and interactive. And so what we wanted to do with this hardware was to create objects that were designed to be beautiful and designed to be integrated and take cues from fashion. So
we wanted to make sure that we were satisfying and creating a beautiful experience for the person who's never installed Arduino, and make it challenging enough for the person who's trying to integrate it into their badge hacking experience. So with that, we wanted it to be sensor-packed, feature-packed, but then we also wanted to provide lots of example projects so that people could pull from those and draw inspiration from that.
So my name is Jennifer. I'm professionally a software engineer and hardware prototyper. And for Hackaday, I built this gesture recognition wand. So what that means is you can kind of wave the wand around and it'll figure out what gesture you're doing. And depending on the gesture, it'll play an appropriate sound effect. It's a relatively simple project. I started with a Raspberry Pi and an IMU. So an IMU is a basically really cheap orientation sensor. I wired them together and I attached it to a phone battery. Then I took this phone battery and I just glued it to this like costume Harry Potter wand that I bought off Amazon. When I was a kid, there was this computer game that I really loved, and in it you're kind of playing as Harry Potter, and so there are two spells in the game. One is Wingardium Leviosa, which is you wave your wand in a W shape and it makes things levitate. And another spell is Flipendo, which is basically you twirl your wand and you kind of just wave it at anything. So I took these two spells from the game and I was like, I wonder if I can like detect those on a real wand. And that's where this project kind of came from.
My name is Amy Dansby. I'm actually, my day walker job, I'm a software simulation developer. Today I presented specifically a talk about modding props that maybe already exist, or buying stuff from like the dollar store, or 3D printing your own, or maybe do your own schematics like your PCB designs and you want to insert them into your props or into someone else's design, and kind of like my crazy little thought process to go about that. So this is actually from the game Halo, and a nice thing about like a lot of the game models is you have a very nice artist who's already made some of these models, so you can go in and take some of these awesome designs and you can modify them for some electronics. Like this one has just simple wires. They're just 5mm LEDs and a resistor that are wired up all through every single one, and separate battery packs, and just coin cell batteries so you can change stuff out. Pew, pew. I feel this is really good for costume people, or not even just costume people, but people maybe want to make stuff for like their kids, or you want to add on for like a special little event. You don't don't feel you have to go all out for everything, but I feel the cosplay community absolutely loves to go out. We over-engineer everything, and people are so obsessed with either the movie or the fandom, whatever they're following, they want to make stuff exact. And it's fun because I feel like they may not know how to do it, but they will find a way to do it, and it looks phenomenal. And they may not have like the engineering degree, but they just need that one little like gateway drug into, you know, what they can do, and they will find a way.
I often think about this concept of inclusive elitism. We should all try to be elite at the things that we're interested in, the skills that we're interested in, but we should be inclusive of sharing what we've learned, and really the better you get at something, the more you should be a teacher of that thing. And I think this is the spirit you'll find at everyone at Supercon. The people who are giving the talks, they've done something really interesting, and they say, like, it's my role to get out there and share it with someone. But they're not sequestered away in some green room and they get whisked away and you don't see them after the talk. Like, you're going to be out back having a coffee with them right after the talk, or even right before. People need to realize that everyone starts someplace. This is really welcoming and inclusive, and if you're just interested in like how electronics work, how they're designed, how they're built, how you control them, this is going to be like Candyland for you. You should come and try it out.